next thing that we are going to look at is building effective relationship with others. How can we form a meaningful relationship with others? Remember, your relationship with others is always a reflection of the relationship that you have with yourself. So you need to work on your relationship first. You need to know yourself first. You need to build yourself first for you to have a quality and meaningful relationship with other people. Okay, so the next 3 habits habits of a highly effective individual are talking about building effective relationship with others. This is thinking win-win, seeking first to understand and then to be understood, and then synergizing. So we are also going to look at each and every one of these aspects. So let's start with the first one, thinking win-win. So there are different types of personal and business relationship. There is win-lose and lose-win type of relationship. And this one, basically, it's a typical mentality for many people. For me to win, you have to lose, which is a very poor outlook to have if you want to develop effective relationship with other people, be it your colleague, be it your spouse, or your family members, or your friends. Thinking win-lose or lose-win, it's not a good relationship to have. We also have lose-lose type of relationship, which is not good for any party. You're losing and I'm losing. And there's also win, which is not a relationship at all, because it's just getting what I want. You don't provide any value to the other party. It's a selfish outlook to have. And the best type of relationship is a win-win type of relationship. It produces mutual benefit. We both gain something from both of us, you know. So you can give me and I can also give you. You can give and I receive. I give and you receive. An example is, I'll give an example of an author who writes the book and gives the readers to read. Readers who read the book gain knowledge from it, and in return, the author gets paid for his writing and for his publishing. So that is an example of a win-win type of a relationship. So for us to build effective relationship at our workplace or in any aspects of our lives, always think win-win type of a relationship. How do I benefit and how does the other party also benefit? Even in business negotiations, always think win-win. Okay, so the next one is seek first to understand, then to be understood. To understand someone, you have to listen to them. And most of the times we get mad at people because they don't think the same way we do. Yet we forget that we all see the world differently. We all have different perceptions, different beliefs, different values, different perspectives in life, depending on our experiences. We grew up differently. The same way you see life, it's not the same way I see life. Take an example of these 2 ladies that are here on the picture. One of the ladies is trapping water so that it's not wasted. She at least has some water. The other one is covering herself so that she doesn't get rained on. So you don't, if you don't listen to this woman, you won't understand why she's trapping water instead of covering herself. Maybe she grew up where there is no water. Maybe she grew up not having water, and to her, water is very important in her life. On this other one, maybe she grew up knowing that she's a princess, you know, she shouldn't be rained on, she shouldn't get her hair wet. So unless you listen to them and know their perspectives, you won't understand them. So in any type of a relationship, whether you're a boss or a subordinate, you have to listen first, the other person's perspective, and know where they are coming from. You know, understand where they are coming from. If you don't listen to them, you won't understand where they are coming from. We need to practice what we call empathetic listening. Empathetic listening is where we listen with the intent to understand. We want to understand why they behave the way they do, how they're feeling and why they're feeling the way they do. If someone tells you, I hate my job, or, something is not right, you need to understand, agree with them. Okay, I understand that you hate your job, but why? Dig deeper, ask yourself why, try to understand where they are coming from. Is it not fulfilling their career? Do they not feel satisfied? Is their boss a very stubborn person? So you need to understand where they are coming from first, and also give them the opportunity to understand you. So the time to be understood is when the conversation leads to logic and your advice is required. Also express yourself and give them the opportunity to listen to you and to understand you as well. So this habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood, will also make you an effective person, because then you know how to interact with other people. You know how to relate and to listen to other people. Okay. So the 6th habit that will help you build effective relationship with other people is synergize. Synergize basically means working together as a team. Remember, different people bring different ideas, they bring different opinions, they bring different perspectives, and also they bring their strengths on the table. So we need to celebrate each of these differences and work together, because like most of us have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. So if we come together as a team, our weaknesses will be covered by another person's strength, and your strength will also cover another person's weaknesses. So as a good leader or a good person basically gathers all the ideas and opinions of other people and come together and come up with a best solution. So someone said that working together as a team helps build a cohesive organization. Someone also said true excellence is a product of synergy. And the author of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, said, synergy is better than your way or my way. It's our way. It's us together. Let's work together to a common goal. Take an example of a piece of wood. One piece of wood is not enough. It's not strong enough. But if you put 2 pieces of wood together, the overall strength increases. Breaking 2 pieces becomes a little bit more difficult than breaking 1 piece. Find someone you can work with, be it in a business or any type of any schoolwork, any area of your life. You need to synergize. I remember our last training, Karen was talking on career development, and she really stressed on finding mentorship and finding a professional network, because alone we can only go fast, but we can't go far. So find someone to work with, work as a team towards a common goal. Example of a human body, we all have different parts of our body that are very amazing and very marvelous. Our hearts, our livers, kidney, but they can't work alone. They come together to make a very amazing human being as an individual. So that is the power of working together. Working alone, you're weak, but when you work together, you get different opinions, you get different ideas, and you get different perspectives in how to solve problems. Okay. So we are almost finishing. And the last habit is sharpening the saw. So this is the 3rd aspect that we need to work on: continuous improvement, continually improving ourselves. So to build your character and to develop your character as an individual, you need to focus on continuous improvement. You need to invest yourself, continuous learning, sharpen yourself as an individual. And there are 4 areas that you need to focus on. There are 4 areas that you need to sharpen. These are your physical life, your physical health. As an individual, we need strength. We need strength in our body. We need physical health to function well and to be effective. So focus on your exercise. Take those walks, jog, or just go to the gym, and also eat healthy. improve your physical health. Most of the times we work too much to a point that we ignore our physical health, and it's very important on being an effective individual. It refreshes our body, it refreshes our mind. So physical health is very important for an effective individual. We also have cognitive health. Continue to learn, continue reading books, buy books, self-help books, business books, buy books and read them. Explore new culture. Talk to people and learn from them. And also don't forget to teach, because most of us learn through teaching other people. Teach, interact with people, and get to continuously improving your cognitive health. And also we have the third aspect of it is your spiritual health. Also focus on your spiritual health. Continuously improve yourself. Ask yourself, who am I? Where do I want to go? Pray, meditate, think of who you are as a spiritual being, and focus on building your spiritual. Interact with people in your church or whatever place you fellowship, and focus on building your spiritual health. And also, let's not neglect our social health, which is very important. Spend time with your families, spend time with your friends, focus on your relationship, focus on your husband, on your family, on your wife, on your kids. Spend much more time in as much as we are working, in as much as we are career men and women. Also, don't neglect your family. These 4 aspects are very important in becoming a very effective individual. And we also need to ask ourselves, how do we move from being just good to better to best in these 4 areas of our lives? So don't forget to continually improve yourself, spend your time with your family, focus on your spiritual health, learn new things, and also exercise for your physical strength. So we are coming to the end of this training. There's a very short training and a very insightful training. I enjoy talking about being effective as an individual. And I just want us to reflect. I just want to give you a few minutes to reflect on what areas of your life are you going to work on to become more effective. As I continued talking throughout this training, I knew you could point out the areas of your lives that really need to be improved. So I just want to give you a few seconds, a minute or so, just to reflect on the areas of your life that you're going to improve to become more productive. And please share with us on the chat section so that we can know the areas of your lives that you want to improve. Most of us are strong in our career, but we are weak in our social lives. Some of us are strong in our social lives, but we are weak in our careers. Some of us are strong in our careers, in our spiritual health, but we neglect our physical health. So just share with us in the chat section, what areas of your life are you currently weak in, and what areas of your life you're going to work on to become more effective. Okay, so Karen, you can just catch us up on what has been happening on the chat section.
Sure, Christine. Thank you so much so far for those many insights. Please engage in the chat section. Which area in your life do you need to be more effective and productive? Is it your spiritual health? Is it your social health? Is it your physical health? Some of us, it's actually the physical. Given working from home, you have just been sedentary, not exercising, not eating healthy, maybe. Is it your cognitive health, your reading, your learning? Are you improving on your knowledge on a daily basis? Because all those are part of being an effective person. Christine, we've been having a lot of feedback on the chat section. I'd just like to read through some of these. We have Mercy Adhiambo, who has told us, looking back, I think I have been more of reactive than proactive. I recently began following through my original plans and focusing on my strengths and things I can control to minimize chances of being caught off guard. That's Mercy. There was Rose there asking for a soft copy of the book, which I believe she has gotten a link to. There's Red who's saying working on being proactive, and I'm so happy with the results so far. We have Majda there sharing the link to the book, an e-library resource. We have John Abuto saying, I thought I was proactive, but from this training, I see myself tending towards reactiveness. Now I'm learning how to become proactive thanks to the training. Thank you so much, Christine, for highlighting some of these things that perhaps we had not taken very much keenness to. Caroline Juguna is saying this is profound. Most of the time we are quick to judge and jump into conclusions without first understanding where they are coming from or why they act the way they do. And this is on learning to work with others and being empathetic in our listening. Majda says, depending with the circumstance, it can either be proactive or reactive. Is this possible? Maybe Christine, you will shed some more light on that. Is it possible? Sometimes somebody is reactive, other times somebody is proactive based on the situation. Red there is saying social health. People are saying which areas of their lives need improvement. Red is saying social health. Mercy is saying social and cognitive health. Rosalind is saying social and physical health. Social health is coming up a lot. Rosemary is saying, thank you, Christine, for that insightful session. My social and physical health definitely needs major improvement. Majda says spiritual health, working on it 24/7. John Abuto is saying I'm weak in spiritual health and working to improve on it. Caroline is saying I need to improve my physical health. So we can see physical, social, cognitive, all those are areas that are being identified. Christine, you can shed some light on, is it possible sometimes to be reactive, other times to be proactive?
Okay, so thank you so much, Karen, for reading the chat. And thank you so much, everyone, for your contribution and for your active participation. Thank you so much. So Mercy asked that, is it possible to be reactive in certain circumstances and to be proactive in certain circumstances? Remember, being reactive is focusing on the things that you don't have control over. Why should you focus on the things that you don't have control over? These are people's opinions, what other people think, people's mistake. Why should you focus on people's mistakes, on the things that you don't have control over? In whatever circumstance, try as much as possible to control. I know most of us, we always reactive in certain, even me, it's not like I'm perfect in being proactive. In certain circumstances, I tend to be reactive, but going forward, just ask yourself, how should I focus on the thing that I have control of and not focus on the thing that I don't have control over, on someone else's mistake or someone else's opinion or something, that has happened that I don't have control of. How can I, as an individual, improve myself to adjust to that situation or to solve that particular situation? And I've seen most of the people are weak in their social health and also their physical health. And mainly, maybe it's because, these are times that social interactions have been limited way too much because of these restrictions of coronavirus. We work at home, everything we do is on phone, the calls are on Zoom, everything, we don't meet up anymore. Even dates have become very limited. You don't go on dates, you don't meet up with your friends. So social life has reduced since the my social life has been affected since the coronavirus pandemic, and also my physical, my physical health. So in as much as these areas of our lives have been limited, we need to try as much as possible to work on them, because these are the things that make us effective as an individual. Don't let any area of your life suffer. Meet up with your friends occasionally, talk to people, interact with people, talk to them on call, professional networks, your work groups or your church group or whatever group you're in, and don't neglect your physical health. Go for those walks. I always go for walks every evening for like 1 hour without my phone, just to reflect on myself and to work also on my mind, to refresh my mind and to think about a few things. So don't neglect these areas of your life. So thank you so much for your comments and your interaction in the chat section. Let's just summarize. So in summary, we have the 7 habits of highly effective people. The first one is being a proactive individual. The second one is beginning with the end in mind and putting first things first. So these first three are about developing yourself as an individual, your personal mastery. The next three, which is thinking win-win, thinking first to understand other people and then give them the opportunity to understand you. And then synergize, working as a team. These three are about building effective relationship with others. And also the last one is sharpening yourself, continuously improving yourself. So make these habits part of your life. Be open to self-discovery, be open to learning about yourself and improving these areas of your lives. Try to apply these habits in your personal life and teach them to others so that you also learn. So the best way to learn at times is teaching other people about these habits. So remember, building character or developing your character often takes time. It's not a one-time thing. It's not like building personality. Personality is just about appearances and can be faked. But building character, it takes time. So continuously working on these ones for you to move to the next level of effectiveness. So thank you so much for listening. I believe this training will be available on our YouTube. The other trainings that we've done in the past, career development, we did employee engagement and also change management are available in our YouTube. Karen can put the YouTube link on the chat section so that whenever you want to refer to our trainings or recommend someone, you can always refer to the training. So thank you so much for attending, and thank you, Karen. I believe you can take it from here.
So, Christine, thank you so much for that session. Thank you for engaging. I would like to read a few more comments. We had Geoffrey telling us his physical and social health. That's where he needs to improve on. Thank you so much. And Mercy saying sometimes what we cannot control clouds our perception of what we can actually control. And this is actually true. So thank you for your contributions. And thank you, Christine, for taking us through that session. That has been quite inspiring. It is always good to just go through some of these book reviews and be reminded of a few of these aspects. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is a book I think most of us have heard of. Some of us have attempted to read, others haven't. So it is good that Christine has taken us through this summary that is really helpful for those of you who haven't been able to get a hold of the book, to just know what nuggets are shared in there and look at what can you apply in your life going forward. Most importantly for me, I think what I have taken out of this training is the aspect of being reactive, proactive versus being reactive. I think it is good to take a keen thought into this and just ask yourself, which one are you? Reactive people are mostly complaining about the situations that are around them and the fact that they do not have control over those situations. What we need to understand is that, yes, there are those things that we have no control over, but also, just as we were saying in our previous training about career development, that we are 100% responsible for the outcome of our lives. Instead of us waiting for situations to be better, we actually need to ask ourselves, since I cannot control this matter, how can I then move forward and be able to deal with the circumstances that are around me. So our action is to ensure personal improvement in all areas, in those 4 areas that we have talked about. One of the key areas that we need to ensure we improve is the cognitive aspect. Learning, improving your knowledge, increasing your knowledge on a daily basis. Every day is a learning day. And just the way your physical body needs food, you need water, you need all those things. Your mind also requires knowledge. It requires learning. It requires to get in new aspects. It requires you to learn it and learn certain things for your mind to continuously be healthy. So let us make it an intentional thing to actually learn. And that's why we as Delight Consulting will offer this free webinars from time to time. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. Kindly just plug in at any given time so that you can engage your mind and you can always interact with new knowledge from time to time. The live consulting, our services, you can see on your screen. We do HR consulting and training. We consult on HR strategy, processes and systems. We do performance management consulting, organization design, talent management, compensation and benefits, employee engagement surveys, HR function outsourcing. We also do training on HR aspects. customer experience, leadership development, business development, communication and culture and change management. So feel free to reach out to us on these aspects. We are ready to do it for you as an organization. We are also ready to do any open forums for any kind of groups. Apart from that, there is also Scholar Pack, which we keep on showcasing here. Scholar Pack, we do education consultancy services in career counseling, admission to universities abroad, scholarship applications, course development and curricular development, and online courses. So you're free to engage us on these platforms. I have been sharing our handles, or rather our website and our email addresses there at the chat section. So kindly feel free to reach out to us. My email is right there, Karen@delifeconsulting.com, and Christine at delifeconsulting.com. Kindly reach out to us on behalf of your organizations. Thank you very much, all of you, and goodbye. God bless.